Self is so stunning. This is the latest SparkShorts animation. This was directed and written by Searit Huluf. I apologise if I've mispronounced that. And it's absolutely gorgeous. Visually, it is stunning. And the music and sound effects are incredible. And I was slightly concerned with the direction this was taking, as I was worried it was giving the wrong message. But then things turned around and I absolutely loved it. So there will be some spoilers as I briefly discuss this. And if you haven't seen it, it is currently on Disney Plus and absolutely worth checking out. It's about this wooden character, and I love the design of the wooden features. It just looks so realistic and so wonderful, and she looks different to everybody around her. She's the only one who appears to be made of wood, and she wishes on a star, presumably to look different, and then this hand comes down from the sky and it looks gorgeous. It's glowing almost, and she puts this hand on and we can see that she appears to look happier with her new hand, and then other body parts start to fall down and she starts to replace bits of her body until she replaces everything, including her face, with this mask, this glowing mask. And it looks gorgeous, but I was slightly concerned that the message was going to be a bit awkward, because I thought that, or I worried that the message would be change your appearance and you'll feel better. And I thought that that's not a great message. But then I realised at the last moment it was going to flip that around completely, as she has this new body, this new appearance, and she steps on her old face, her old wooden mask, if you like. And we can see the sadness that she has lost who she used to be. And she picks up the mask and puts it on. And I thought that that was definitely a very brief message, but I'm really pleased that that's the direction that it took, that ultimately, even though she'd made all of these changes, she was sad to let her old self go and realise that by changing herself and stepping on her mask, she was potentially losing that part of herself. So she put the mask on in a desperate bid to cling on to who she used to be, even though that mask is now broken. And that's at least my interpretation of it. And I'm really glad that they turned things around right at the end there. So I guess all's well that ends well, but I think they could have done a little bit more with extending it. I feel like it ended very, very abruptly. I think it needed another 10, 15, 20 seconds of this character showing that actually her old self was her preferred self. I think we needed to extend it just a little bit more. So what we got was great, but abrupt. It ended very abruptly. But visually, it is absolutely stunning. The journey we go on with the character is gorgeous. And if they wanted to add more time, they could have done it by removing time. About the middle, maybe just after the middle, she falls down and it's pitch black. And it's pitch black for too long. To the point where I was thinking, is it over? Has it ended? Because that bit lasted a second or two longer than it needed to be. So the editing there wasn't perfect. But other than that, I feel like it was really well done. And as I said, the music and the sound effects are incredible. So in general, Self is brilliant. If you're a fan of SparkShorts, I think it's one you're really going to enjoy. A little room for improvement, but in general, it's a pretty great animation.